The second episode of the amazing digital circus is approaching, and we will see many events that await our characters. Nevertheless, the pilot episode left us with a lot of questions, and one scary little secret that there really is no way out. But let's refresh our memory before the release of the second episode. The most interesting issue is abstraction and basement. As we remember, Pomni almost did not abstract herself as soon as she appeared in the circus. The revelations of the pilot episode suggest that abstraction comes from prolonged loneliness and isolation, as we know exemplified by Kaufmo's experience. This connection may lie in their perception of reality, and Kaufmo and Pomni, both jester characters, have an increased tendency to abstraction. This may be due to the fact that their kind of clowns are more inclined to the circus, which means that it is easier for them to orient themselves and find a way out of it. Because of this, they can quickly lose their minds and become abstract, because the way out is always near them and they see it. And most likely Caine knows about it. Therefore, if you look around the Kaufmo room, you can see a lot of different drawings on the wall. But what do they all indicate? The big drawing behind him definitely makes us understand that it is Caine. And I think that over time, Kaufmo began to fear Caine, due to the fact that Kaufmo has already found a way out of the amazing circus more than once. And this drawing shows that Kaufmo ran away all the time, but Caine forever catches up with him. Therefore, Kaufmo began to lose his mind and draw pictures of himself on the walls. I think when Pomni saw his room for the first time, she made a note of something about going out. Since you remember Pomni, when she left the door, she found herself in the void, and Caine took her from there with his exit guide. And now I will show you footage that many are silent about. Let's go back a little further to Kaufmo's room. His last paintings were before he became abstract, and on them, it was already clearly visible what was being transformed. In one of the pictures, you can see that there are two Kaufmo standing there. One is still a character, and the other is already abstracted. And this picture must have hit him hard. And before the last picture, it directly depicts an upset Kaufmo and writes that there is no way out. He has completely stopped believing. And the picture that I was most impressed with many eyes, I think that he did not paint it anymore. This picture was his last before abstraction. It will be interesting to see if Pomni would start abstracting or if she would also start painting pictures in her room. And what would they look like? But what exactly is abstraction? Spending too much time alone and isolated from others. Therefore, Caine will introduce Pomni to all the characters at the beginning. But there is one moment when Kinger confirmed Kaufmo's words. If you remember the pilot episode, when Ragatha asked Kinger if he wanted to join them and go meet Kaufmo, he replied,
"You want to come with us to check on Kaufmo?"
No, not really. I think Kaufmo's gone insane. Last time I spoke with him, he was rambling endlessly about some exit. Kinda like you, Pomni.
And another option why Kinger didn't want to go, because he didn't want to go through all the doors of his queen. And if we recall the first half of the episode, Pomni was not alone after she appeared in the digital circus. But the first time she saw an exit was when Caine gave her a tour of the circus, the first time she saw the door there. And Caine quickly returned her to the circus. After they returned, Pomni asked him about the door. He replied that she didn't see anything, and it was just a digital hallucination.
Wait! Was that an exit door I saw out there? Is that a way to leave?
I assure you, there is no magical exit door. You're probably just experiencing digital hallucinations!
And we know that Caine sometimes lies and he's not really evil. But Gooseworks said that they think of Caine as an antagonist. Even if he doesn't do bad things on purpose, he still causes harm. Pomni immediately became interested in finding a way out. I think the similarity between the two is actually due to the fact that Kaufmo was the only character who could see the exit door, aside from the characters who abstracted as well. And it turned out that the other main characters who are still alive do not know what the exit door is. Therefore, Caine focuses his attention on Pomni. If Caine lied to our Pomni and told her the exit door was fake, maybe that's what made her walk through the front door. And then the door actually appeared in front of Pomni, seemingly on purpose. So I think Pomni may actually be in danger of abstracting like Kaufmo did. And we can't even say for sure what would have happened to Pomni if Caine hadn't pulled her out of the void. But now, Pomni probably won't get a chance to talk to Kaufmo because we know Caine sent him to the basement at the end of the episode. But as you remember when Kaufmo abstracted, Ragatha said it's okay.
Oh! Kaufmo's been abstracted. It's It's okay.
Is it really possible to restore abstracted characters? But when they told Caine that Kaufmo was abstracting, he somehow didn't care. Our Pomni became unpleasant. But why can't Caine cure him? Because Ragatha from Pomni fixed their infection. When the characters are thrown into the basement, you can see deep black water. But we saw the same water when Pomni became ill. In some episode, Pomni will return to Kaufmo's room for clues to the door. Because Pomni, of all the abstracting characters, knows only Kaufmo, and he knew about the way out. Maybe Kinger will tell something about other characters who saw the door, because he is the oldest character in the digital circus. And when the second episode begins, Pomni will leave her room and look thoughtfully at Kaufmo's door and also at other doors of characters who are no longer there. Since Jax and Ragatha were nearby in the pilot episode, she could not see them. However, this makes most of them unable to enjoy a simple existence there, and it would eventually lead to the abstraction of any of the characters. It seems that Pomni is the last of not only 6 or 7, but many people before, based on where Caine throws abstract characters like Kaufmo at the end of the episode. And here we can see a lot of strange, horrible monsters that indicate that quite a few people have abstracted to Kaufmo. But is this basement endless? If possible, the water will start to rise and all the abstract characters will come out of the basement. But let me know what you think about this theory in the comments. Subscribe and don't forget to like this video.